So today I decided to film myself putting on my makeup, like my everyday makeup. I used a few new products that I haven't really used before. I've been using for a week or two. So yeah, this is the finished look, so I hope you guys like it. You're about to see me without any makeup on, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to start with putting this cherrybalm.com on my lips, and they have other flavors and stuff, but I just like the way this stuff looks. It kind of like tints your lips, and it smells really good too, which I think is really great. I put all the clear stuff all over me, all over my eyes and stuff, but you can't really do that with this because it's got like a really red tint, and I like the way it makes my lips look, so I use that. And then I'm going to start with spraying this vitamin hydrating mist by First Aid Beauty. I just think it makes my skin, oh, it tastes bad. I think it makes my skin look a lot better. It makes it a lot better for putting like foundation on when you have like a dewy, like a damp canvas. So I usually just spray this all over, and it's hydrating, which is great because I have really dry skin, and so it kind of eliminates like flakiness and all of that when you put the foundation on, so that's really good. And then I'm gonna use this MAC Face and Body Foundation. I just got this. I mentioned in my favorites video that I was using the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint, but I got a tan, so I can't really use it. Well, with that, it's very like sheer and clear, so it really doesn't matter, but my tan is so much darker that because I got the light, I got the color in light, and my tan is so much darker, so it like makes my face look kind of ghostly. It gives me like a white shadow, and it doesn't match my really tan arms, so I went for this, and I just got it in C3. They have like different ranges. They have like N and C, and N is for like pink undertones and C is for more of yellow, like olive undertones. So that's what I got, and this is perfect. It matches my skin perfectly, and it's a lot like the Perfecting Skin Tint, except I feel like it's a little bit more pigmented, and that's really it. I like how it still makes your skin look like skin. I think that's great, so that's why I use it. I usually like to go for, I don't have perfect skin obviously, but I like to go for things that kind of still make your skin look like skin. I hate looking like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I've never really been into that. So yeah, I think this is great. And I'm just gonna put this all over my face and try and blend it out. I usually start with my hands first, and then I use like a beauty blender because it kind of makes it look even more natural when you blend it in all the way. I don't ever want it to look cakey. And the great thing about this is like it matches my skin so well, so I don't get like a line of demarcation, like my neck is not lighter than my face. I don't think anything looks worse than a neck being lighter or darker than your face. That just looks a little silly to me. Oh, and before I put all of this, like before I put the spray on and like even this foundation, I just used like a moisturizer. I use Cetaphil. I know you're not really supposed to use Cetaphil, but it doesn't break my skin out, and right now the number one thing I'm worrying about is breakouts. That's like my number one issue. So I'm trying to switch over to all natural, cruelty-free, all of that stuff, but as of now it's kind of like, sadly enough, I have to put my skin first before I can just straight up dive right into you know, all natural stuff. Because when I start to use all natural things, like I used Lush for a really long time, and I love Lush. I'm not going to talk badly about Lush because it's great. It's just my skin is so acne prone and so sensitive, which is ridiculous that it would react to an all natural product over like something like Cetaphil that's just loaded with chemicals, but it does, and I don't know why. It's really upsetting. I think it's just too much for my skin. I think my skin's pores get clogged like so easily, and which really sucks. Okay, so once all of that is applied, I usually like to get my beauty blender, and it's like damp, and I like to just kind of set it in, like pat it in, so it looks a little bit more lived in. Because I feel like I do like I do normally like to apply just with my hands, but like with something like with a foundation like this, since it's so thin, you know, because if you use the beauty blender with it, it just kind of swallows up all of the product, and I don't like to waste product because it's kind of expensive, and you know, just who likes to waste product. So I usually just pat it in with, like, pat over what I've already done with my fingers at the end. Okay, so I recently just got this RMS Beauty concealer, and I got it in the shade 22. Or it's called Uncover Up, and it's all natural. It's like the main ingredients are like coconut oil and all that, so it doesn't break me out. And previously I was using this Glossier stretch concealer, which I love. Like, I highly recommend it. It doesn't leave any creases, it's not cakey, which I love, but it's too light for me. So I'm just gonna have to stick to this like during the winter months when I don't have as much of a tan, and then use this, the RMS Beauty Uncover Up for now, for summertime. So yeah, I usually just get a little bit of it like this with my fingers and just kind of warm it up. And then I put it right under my eyes. And I normally don't pay too much attention to under eye circles. I think they kind of look cool. I don't know. It looks more natural. And honestly, I think whenever I cover up the dark spot, like the dark circles, it kind of makes my eyes look smaller. Does anybody else like think that? Because for some reason for me, it just makes me think my eyes look smaller. So I just kind of like do the bare minimum, make it look a little bit better. I also don't want it to look like too perfect and like canvasy, because then it just doesn't match in with the rest of your body, like, because no one's skin is perfectly perfect, you know, even on their body. So I like to look as natural as possible. And then I just put a little bit right under here where I get a little bit of redness. And then I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation from previous breakouts, so I just kind of like to put it on those a little bit. Here's like a brush hair, or maybe an eyebrow hair. Just enough. I don't like to overload my face with a whole bunch of makeup. And then a little bit on my chin. And maybe a little bit right here. And this shade matches my skin perfectly. It like melts into my skin. Okay, so after I put the Uncover Up on my face, I got this RMS Beauty. It's called Lip to Cheek, and it's basically, it's like a blush or a lip product. And I got this, I got two. I got one in the color Modest, and I got another in the color Diabolique, which I think is a cool name. And it looks really overwhelming in the pot, but it's really pretty. It looks really nice on the skin, and I like it a lot. I'm gonna use this more when I get even more of a tan, so it doesn't look so like rosy on my cheeks. So for today, I'm gonna use Modest, because I think it's just a nice color. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm just gonna show you. It's kind of like a rosy color, like a desert rose or like a dusty rose. I don't really know why I say desert rose, but it's like a dusty rose, like a mauve color, or mauve almost. So I just like to rub my fingers in it like that, and then pat it on my cheeks a little bit. And I'm not a professional at applying blush by any means, so I don't know if this is the best way. If you guys know of a better way, just put it in the just comment, because I'm not a professional blush applier. I just know that you're supposed to put it up, that way it doesn't look like you have a rash on your face. And yeah, I think it just adds more like of a angle to my kind of like makes it, I don't know how to say it, you know what I mean? Like it kind of like makes it more slender. I don't want it to look like Skeletor, but I feel like it just gives me more of an angled look. So then I'm just gonna add a little bit on here, on this side. And then yeah, I like it a lot. It's a really nice, it's like a very natural color, because I don't want it to be too pink. I'm not a huge blush wearer, really. Sometimes I just skip it, honestly, because I don't feel like it's 100% necessary. But since I have a very yellow complexion, my skin can kind of look dead a little bit and I like to kind of liven it up, so I just kind of brush it a little bit or smudge it everywhere. And then the great thing about like RMS Beauty and like cream products in general is that during the summertime, I think they just look so natural and they blend so well on the skin, as opposed to like, well, I guess in the wintertime they look really, really good too because your skin's drier, but I have really, really dry skin, so I definitely feel like during the wintertime cream products they don't blend as easily or as well on my skin, and they don't look as natural. But during the summer, when it's a lot warmer, and especially where I live, it's way humid, so they just look really, really good. It doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't like break me out really, even. That's my cat, sorry. And yeah, I just like them a lot more. So that's why I really, really like brands like RMS Beauty, because, or Glacier as well, because everything is cream and very natural and light, and I'm all for that during the summer months. So now I'm going to apply this Living Luminizer. It's the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer, and it's like a highlighter. I really like it because it's not very, it's not like clumpy. Like there's not chunks of glitter in there. It's almost, it doesn't even seem like there's any product on here, but it works so well, and it just brightens up your face a lot more. And I usually just kind of do the top of my nose because I don't want to go too far down because it kind of looks distracting. And then I get more of it and put it on like the tops of my cheeks, like right here. And I just kind of pat it in, and then I go right here, right in my brow bone, kind of like that, like a C motion. And then I'm gonna do it on the other side too. I really like to use a lot of this. I just feel like you can't go wrong. I love dewy skin, especially during the summer. It just looks so nice and natural. And the light hits on this so well, and it's not sparkly. Like if you look at it in direct sunlight, it's just so like glowy and dewy, but never sparkly, which I really, really like. I don't like things to like sparkle on my face. I hate like chunks of like glitter on my skin. It just looks really, really bad. And then I put a little bit right there on like my lip, the top of my lip, and then maybe just a little bit on my chin too. Hold on. I have to like do this from my lap. And I think it just looks really, really good. It just like makes everything look more alive, I guess. So this is a really good product to use during the winter too. I like to put it on the inner corners of my eyes too. Kind of like brighten those up. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzer. This is what I've been using as a mirror, but it's just the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I have it in light medium. I'm kind of thinking about getting it in the dark color because, like I said, I'm getting a tan, and like I haven't even really been that much in the sun lately. So when I tan, I get super, super dark, and I feel like this is just going to be like an all-over face powder by the time I'm fully tan. So I don't know. We'll see though. I'm just going to put a little bit of this right on my forehead. I never do any kind of contouring because I'm not very good at it, and it just, I feel like it just doesn't look good on my face. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to get someone to teach me how to do it. But I just do that, and then I kind of put it right here on the jawline and a little bit here. And then maybe like a little bit on the nose. Yeah, okay. And this stuff smells so good too. It smells just like chocolate. I love using this because every time I use it, it just puts me in a good mood because it smells just like chocolate, and I mean, that's great. Who wouldn't love that? Okay, and the next I'm gonna be using, it just broke on me. It didn't break, it just does this sometimes. I hate how it does this, but anyway, it's a great product. I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Brow Tech Gloss Stick. This is what I was talking about in my favorites video, if you watched that. And it's really good. It kind of eliminates the need to put like a brow gel. I was gonna say brow gloss, but it like eliminates the need to put a brow gel because this is already like a gel consistency, and it just kind of makes your eyebrows stay in place anyway. So I like that. It's very engineered for like girls on the go, and I'm really not on the go, but I like no fuss makeup, and this is definitely that. So if you're interested in something that's pretty easy, and I feel like it's great for people who already have pretty thick dark brows like I do. If you don't want them to be like overdone, you know, this is good because I'm kind of lucky enough to not really have to do much to them anyway. So this is just nice. For that, it's just nice because I don't have to do much when I don't really need to do much, so you know. And I just kind of like I go in first at the front. I don't really know. I like to go right here and kind of make it a little bit bolder right here, and then just make it go out, just kind of in really short fast strokes, just outward, and fill in like a little bit of bald spots and stuff. I don't ever really shape I don't ever like do like a line like that or anything because it's already defined enough, so I just kind of fill in little spots that are bare looking, and then I just brush the hairs up so it looks kind of like Brooke Shields-y. I really like that look. Makes them look even more fuller, and yeah, I like it. It frames the face really well. I think if there was one thing that I couldn't leave my house without, it's probably my brows. It's either my lips or my brows, but I feel like doing your brows just frames your face so nicely. I love it. I love like the after effect of doing your brows. Okay, and then next I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork because I really like just a brown shadow. I feel like it looks really natural. I'm not really one of those people that like, first of all, I don't really wear a lot of eyeshadow in general, but I'm also not one of those people that like experiments with different colors, so I just kind of like to keep it really simple. And I like Groundwork because it enhances like the crease and like my actual eyelid, and I really like that. I know there's like a dupe that you can get from Maybelline, like the Maybelline tattoo color, I don't know, like color stay tattoo things, you know what I'm talking about. There's a dupe for this color, and it's not as like I know that this color has like pink undertones that can show up on some people's skin a lot more. It doesn't really show up on mine as much, but I've heard that there's a MAC dupe. I can't even remember what it's called, and it's a very cool toned, not as much warm toned. So if you're interested in that, and it's a lot less expensive. This was like $20, so this is kind of like high end. Well, I don't know about high end, but it's more expensive than the like color tattoo or whatever. Hold on, actually, do I have it? No, I don't. But the Maybelline ones are like $12, so you could experiment with that first and see if you like it, and then maybe get this. But this is a classic. Everybody talks about Groundwork and Painterly. And I was gonna get Painterly, but that one's like really pink on my skin for some reason. I don't really know why, but it just shows up so pink, and it makes my eyes just look kind of like irritated, like I've been rubbing them, and I don't really like that look. But on other people's skin, like much paler skin, it looks very natural and pretty, and it kind of just enhances like the eyelid color. But I like this because you can make it look really natural, very like daytimey. But then at night, like if you want it to be a day to night look, you can just put in like brown eyeliner, even black eyeliner, like messily along your lash line, your upper lash line, and then smudge it upward, and then you kind of have like a smoky eye, kind of like a half-assed smoky eye, which, I mean, that's right up my alley because I'm not a professional at smoky eye by any means. I've never even attempted one, so yeah. I just like, and I like it. Oh, and you could also just put mascara on too. Like I don't really wear a lot of mascara because I feel like it's just a pain in the ass to get off when you want to take your makeup off. And my lashes are already pretty dark enough, and I just kind of like the natural look. I don't ever want it to be overdone during the day, but during night you can do the eyeliner, smudge it, and then put some mascara on, and then it just looks, and then kind of go with like a more nude lip, and then you're set. Okay, I'm gonna go in and like brush my eyebrows upward a little bit. Oh, this happens all the time. Why? But anyway, I'm gonna go in with this and brush my eyebrows up a little bit more. Maybe put No, I don't think I need it. I was gonna put, sometimes I put the balm.com in my eyebrows and just kind of like mess them up, like upwards, and it helps them stay a lot more because I'm not huge into brow gel. I don't know. I love the Glossier one because it doesn't make them crunchy, but I feel like a lot of other brow gels make my eyebrows like crunchy and I don't like it. And it, for some reason, brow gels dry my eyebrow like skin out a lot, like so much where it's like flaky, and that's gross. I do not like that at all. So I've just been kind of using the balm.com by Glossier to like push them upwards, so it's moisturizing them and it makes them stay all day long, and it looks really natural. It kind of makes them look well, they look dewy, and I like that. I love dewy skin, if you haven't noticed by now. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with my curler. This is just a Tarte eyelash curler. I kind of want to get the Shuamura, or however you say it, eyelash curler, but I'm just gonna go in with this one and just curl my lashes, and there's like it makes a huge difference. It opens up your eyes so much. I love eyelash curlers. I used to not ever curl my lashes, and then I started, and it makes such a difference. And also just putting mascara on makes a huge difference too, but I don't really feel like doing it today. I usually wear mascara more in the winter months because, you know, you're not really out and about doing things, but during the summer it's just like, I don't want to mess with mascara, and I don't really like waterproof mascara either because it's hard to get off, but I don't like normal mascara because it runs and gets all gross and like falls out on my face, and I just don't really like that much. So lastly, I'm gonna go in with this, I mentioned this in my favorites too, but it's the Pixie Shea Butter Lip Balm, and I'm just gonna go in with this and just kind of like pat it on my lips, so it gives them kind of like a tint. And it's super moisturizing too. I wish there was an SPF though. I really want to get, there's like the Fresh like sugar lip balm that has like SPF 15 or something. I kind of want to get that because it doesn't give you much of a tint. And it's moisturizing, and you get SPF in there too, and that's nice. Like, you know, if you're not wearing makeup and you're just gonna be out and about all day, it's just nice to have that on. And then I'm gonna set my makeup just with this spray because I really like to just set everything in, and like I feel like a spray, like there's the Glossier Rose Mist. I don't really know what it's called. It's like the spray Rose Mist. It's like a toner, or just really any spray. I feel like it helps set the makeup in, and it makes it look really dewy and fresh, and it feels good too because it's really hot outside. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly. And it smells like grapefruit, which I love, and it's really hydrating and nice. So yeah. Alright guys, that's the finished look. I hope you liked it.